are spiritual beings. We come from our eternal home. Into this world to enjoy, express, and experience life. Many blessings and peace from our lovely garden here. We wanted to talk to you about the benefit of creating a garden or creating some sort of beautiful space in your house or somewhere you can go to, but ideally in your house or in your land, so that you can get away easily and just experience a little bit of beauty, because beauty is very, very good for our soul. It's good for our mind, it's good for our heart, it's good for our health, and it allows us to connect back into what is natural and normal and get away from this very strange modern society of technology and checking in endless stuff and getting caught up in all these strange systems. Just come back, look at the flowers, look at the leaves, smell the beautiful fragrances, and to take some time for yourself.
It's so important that we create time for stillness, that we create experiences of stillness, because we live in such a time when everything's next, very fast-paced, very noisy, very intense in many ways. If we allow our lives to be, if we allow ourselves to get caught up in all of the external song and dance and show of life. But the soul that I am, the soul that you are, the souls that we are peace, our silence. And I think after some time we can develop some deep level of homesickness because we miss that which we are, that which we know, of silence, of stillness, of Om Shanti. And if we go long enough with noise, stimulation, inundation, we will become anxious, depressed, sick, unhappy, among so many other things. And those are symptoms of the illness of not being in touch with ourselves. Creating stillness, creating silence in our environment helps us to reconnect with that inner stillness and silence within us.
And if it wasn't for this coronavirus situation, we wouldn't have this garden we have now. You can't see everything, but we have a beautiful garden with lots and lots of different flowers and beautiful plants and trees. And we had actually had a board with a bunch of travel plans written on it, traveling here, and we had to, when this pandemic happened, had to cancel stuff and had to reconsider what are we going to do, And so we went down into the garden centre and just got one plant or a few plants, and then we thought, oh, this is really nice. Then we went back and got more, and then we got more, and then we got more, and now it's getting completely out of control. But it's really nice to not have to go on a plane somewhere different to have that feeling in nature. And one of the wonderful things about getting offline and taking your life more seriously, being landed where you are, is that you can start to experience the benefits, the things that you want to feel and experience in your current life. Because our modern society has allowed people to kind of compartmentalize their lives. There's a work, crazy life, and then I go away on vacation and try and get away from it, and then I come back and it's crazy again, and go away and try and escape it. So this is not really a very good way of living. It means that our normal life is not very happy and functional. So this virus actually has given many people, ourselves included, an opportunity to have a good look at our lives and say, how can I make my life enjoyable and peaceful as best as I possibly can? And so what we started to do is we started to take time offline, put the cell phone away, put the internet away, get rid of everything, put it in the garden in the far distance. And then that created all this space and time. We could look around and say, what do I want to create? And that's how we created this garden. And it's had many knock-on effects, so that now instead of feeling like I have to escape into nature and go away to feel renewed, I can just walk out the door and feel better. And even if you don't have a garden space or a deck or something, because not everyone does, you can make your house beautiful. You can add some plants, or you can paint the walls, or you can do something that makes your general life more enjoyable.
And even decluttering your life, making your home more spacious and enjoyable to be in, creating a little sanctuary, a place for meditation, a place to go deep, just whatever way works for you to create more stillness, more silence, more beauty, so that you can be in touch with your inner core. And that's what we're all craving, that's what we all look for, but we're looking in all these very extroverted places to find that which we really deeply miss, the silence, the peace, the stillness of our inner being. And we've been taking time offline for a while, and we did have some roses out here, but we can explore how to even improve more the quality of our lives. And we won't get into it too much in this video because it's another topic, but going offline as much as possible will really free up a lot of space, a lot of peace, a lot of joy. So
really
consider how you can do that. Turn your cell phone off, let the people in your life know, get a landline phone, that's what we use, unplug the internet box, take it outside, and you'll be able to touch back in with that true stability, security, love, power, bliss that is yours.
And a lot of people, when we say that, they kind of freak out, kind of like taking the toys away from the children, like, oh no, what am I going to do? But what happens is that when you actually go offline, initially it's a bit strange because there's a habit of doing it, but after a couple of days, or even after one day, what happens is that you open up a doorway to a new way of seeing and to all this new time. So that's actually how this garden got started. Is we'd check ourselves and do, like journaling and stuff, and I noticed that I was spending too much time online and it's having a negative effect on me. So I remember saying to Arielle, I'm just going to be offline the whole week, and I told her, tell me if there's any emails I need to check or something. And then once I was offline, I went out here and I was like, well, let's just make the garden nice, and I just did a few little things. And that had a knock-on effect. And what happens is, as soon as you take the screen away, you put it away somewhere, the screen is moved out of the way, and the world, the real world, starts to come into focus. And then we start looking around thinking, well, what can I do to make my actual physical life more enjoyable? And then you start doing this and moving this around and buying this thing and checking this thing out. And then your whole life, your real life, starts to get bigger and more meaningful. And then that has a positive knock-on effect where you think, well, I'll just do this as well. I've done this, I might as well do this, I might as well do this. So you start bringing the actual life that you have closer to you as you put that thing away. So it's very interesting just to watch what happens. It's worth trying it out and seeing for yourself.
And we are not filming this on a cell phone right now. It's a camera. So there's a lot of things you can do offline, and it's very important for our spiritual well-being. If you find you have trouble meditating or any trouble with focus and concentration, that's a big reason for it. A big culprit is our online addiction to what's next, and so forth. So we just wanted to share these messages with you to support you in remembering, reassessing what's really important and what's going to nourish you on the deepest level, because that will spill over into every area of your life.
So may you be happy and healthy and successful and have a beautiful space. And remember, and this is important to remember, that back in the 1920s, the 1930s, 1940s, when technology was really taking a new speed and people were really excited about it, the vision they had back then was that technology is going to allow us to work less, so that we can enjoy being in the garden and connecting with our friends in real life and having a much better actual life. That was the vision, that was the point of technology. And what's ended up happening is people are constantly addicted to it and can't get away from it and feel stressed out and have less leisure time and less peace of mind. So just remember that the whole point of technology is to make your life more enjoyable, more relaxing, more blissful. So take advantage of that. That was the whole point, and we can enjoy that now if we are willing to just move in that direction.
Yeah, and more productive, more productive. That's one of the main reasons we go offline, so we can actually create valuable things and work on our business and our service in actually productive ways without getting distracted.
That's right.
So we'll connect more soon. We're sending you oceans of love from the desert and wish you many blessings. That was fun.
Yay.